Hey y'all, it's Johnny. Today, real quick, I'm going to look at the Blackhawk, the paddle holster, Serpa Level 2 Sportster. This will be for the 40 that I'm wearing, but I was going to give a quick look at it. Okay, this is what we're looking at with the holster. Your retention button. You can set your pitch. You see that on there? You can set your angles depending on whenever this is mounted on what angle you want your gun to sit at, what your preference is. You can change all that. Okay, I've worn this one for about a year. I've had this one also. It sits pretty tight to the side. It's not real obvious. Many times when I've walked up and talked with people, I open carry quite often. Many times I've walked up and talked with people, you know, you're just talking like this or whatever. They didn't even notice I'm carrying with this holster. It doesn't sit real fat. Just depends on how you carry. The only time they're really going to see it is if you're there on your side or they're behind you walking and they're going to see it. But as you can see, it's real easy to get to it. The way this holster carries it, it's real easy to get to where you need to be. And once you go for it, I like about this is with that retention button, finger's right where it needs to be. So whenever you come out, your finger's right where you want to be when you go to draw the gun. So it's right there. The only way it's going to come out is if you slide that finger on that retention button. It's not real tough. It's not real stout. But it's not going to accidentally come out either. No one's going to come up behind you and pull it out by accident. You got to hit that trigger. You got to hit that switch in order to pull it out. Sturdy, real sturdy. I've laid down on the ground and I've ran into things on the side. It's real well protected. As you can see, the trigger's well covered. Nothing's ever going to accidentally hit the trigger, bump the trigger. Nothing in there is going to cause a misfire. So it's real well protected, and the retention's just awesome. If you haven't used these before, it takes just a second to get used to them. It don't take very long at all, but go to the range, practice drawing out of it, practice that finger on the retention. I'm drawing and going back, but it clicks in pretty tight. Doesn't move around much, just on your belt is the only place it's going to move. But if you're on the fence about getting one, I would say do it. Because, you know, for your safety, you know, if you have any problems, if you're worried about people taking your gun, what have you, this is a awesome holster to be using. Gives you a good look at it. See, there's wear and tear on the front of this thing. I don't be nice with it. It does get abused because I open carry quite often. But you're not going to hurt it. I mean, you'd have to try hard to hurt this, so that's what you'd be getting. And I have paddle holsters for a lot of my other guns, and these look a lot like the same, so that's what I do right there. I engrave inside there which this gun's for, or what gun goes to this holster, because I got them hanging up and it's hard to tell which one's which, and that's the only way I can do it. So there you go.